If you like my art, feel free to check out my Redbubble store for art prints, t-shirts, phone cases, tote bags, and a lot more. Link is in the description box below. Thank you! Hi everyone! So in today's video I thought that I'm gonna go through some of my old art and see if I can find something that I can in any way improve or make different or maybe just finish, because I do have a lot of unfinished art and sketches. And if you have ever wondered what I do with all my art after I finish it, you will find out today. I think I'm gonna go through these sketchbooks first, and then I also have this big box. This is where I put all my finished art in, and you probably recognize some of them. I will not go through every single little drawing in here, but if you would like to see that in another video, me going through all the drawings and maybe sorting them, because it isn't the ultimate storing place for drawings or art. Anyway, let's start with the sketchbooks, and maybe I can find some art or sketch that I can finish. I do have a lot of sketchbooks with some weird sketches in them. This is just a selection of all the sketchbooks that I have. Some of the drawings you may recognize from YouTube videos. I think these cats here are from my own scroller box challenge, and that was a few years ago. Oh, that's a cute sketch from 2016. Well, that's a mood. Oh, we got Link, and we got... Oh, I think this is from my very first one color challenge. Another Link. I kind of like that one. I have the next one. Ah, that's my 5 color challenge I did a while ago. No idea what that is. I think this is from a scroller challenge. Maybe it was a sketchbox. I did a lot of sketchbox and scroller box unboxings at that time. A lot of color swatches. And I think this is actually filled with sketches. So this might be the only sketchbook that I ever finished. Or is it? Yeah, there is actually a little scribble here. And that is amazing. So, oh, this is cute. It is kind of like a bonsai tree with a little bird on top. It is adorable. Wow, that is the sketch for the drawing in the collaboration I did with Bailey J, the very first one. It is kind of like a self-portrait with me and my cats. Oh, this is colorful. I love this one. I should turn that into a t-shirt print for Redbubble. And the last one. Oh, there is a lot of empty pages here. This is a cute little nature scene. We got a Link again. A lot of weird art in these sketchbooks, but I think I really liked this one. Now let's go through the big box of art. So yeah, let's just get it out of here. And I don't think I have to care too much about the art on the top because it is fairly new, so it isn't something that I want to redraw. And yeah, there isn't any specific order to this. And here we have my little 5 color challenge bear that you saw the sketch of in the sketchbook. Some of the art is newer, some is older, but I think the ones on the top here is fairly new. Oh, hold on. Wow, we got some pony art. Look at that. From 2012. Even more. Oh, we got Rainbow Dash. Trixie. And as I said, I'm not going through every single little art and commenting on it because I might want to save that for another video, but it is really fun just looking through the old art. Oh, hello there. I think this is the first ever Copic illustration that I did. It is a little bit chaotic. Oh, this is lovely. Oh, we got the Harry Potter kittens. This is the collaboration I did with Lemia Crescent, I think. 2016, oh my. Oh, look at this, we got Markiplier. Oh, this is a really old one. This is from 2011 when I was still living at home. I really loved working with a lot of fine liners and doing this like surrealistic art, surrealistic. I kind of miss doing art like that. Wow, got the Bride of Frankenstein, I think she's called. Then we have stuff like that. This is something that I would love to redraw, but maybe when we get closer to Halloween perhaps. I feel kind of bad for keeping art like this in the box. I don't know what kind of art style I was experimenting with. It is very rounded to be my style. Ooh, look at the ears. I don't like the ears. It looks like muscles. Ugh. The Hobbit fan art. Oh, and we have Game Grumps fan art, and we got PewDiePie fan art. Both are from 2015. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is a cute one. I think I did this with the super cheap art supplies sent from Banggood or something. I feel like I was a lot more ambitious with the marker illustrations in the past than what I am now. Wow, here we have another old art from 2011. I did do these weird surrealistic art pieces. More My Little Pony art. And we got a Christmas minion. Oh, who's this? So cute. Yes, I did actually have a My Little Pony OC, don't ask. Oh, and my first ever drawing that I made for YouTube. I somehow think my art was a little more interesting back then. I have no idea what this is, but I just loved playing around with the markers and the colors. I kind of miss doing that. I kind of love it and hate it at the same time. And this cute little fella, also made in 2011. As I said, my art was way more interesting back then. And we got an eye mushroom. I haven't stopped drawing those. And we got an Eevee looking quite evil. There are some pieces left in the box. I would really love to show you even more of the art, but I don't have the time to do that in this video. I'm gonna put this back in the box for now, and I'm gonna choose some art to redraw or improve or whatever, we'll see. But yeah, I will get back to you with the art that I have chosen. These are the pieces that I chose to fix or redraw or improve. A sketch, a fairly recent drawing, and a pretty old drawing. So let's start with the most recent piece. This is from 2018. You can probably tell from the texture that there were cheap crayons involved. I think I made this with one of those cheap kids drawing kits, you know, the ones with watercolors, crayons, color pencils and all that stuff. I'm drawing the line work in Procreate on my iPad. I just find it much more convenient and relaxing doing the lines digitally and then print them out and color it. I also have plans for the line work, so I try to collect as many as I can right now, and you will hear more about that in the future. Anyway, I love cats, I love witches, I love mushrooms, I love this concept, but I hate the texture, the desaturated colors and the overall messy look. So I thought this deserved a redraw. So I did change the design a little. I tried to add a little more life to the pose and the face expression, even though I really like the original too. And I'm using Copic markers, even if the original is made in watercolors and whatever mishmash of art supplies that was in that art box. I thought I would go with watercolors at first, but I knew that I would do multiple pieces this week, and to me markers are way more time efficient and quick to work with, so that is what I went with for all of these pieces. I tried using more earthy tones for this piece, and I just wanted it to look cozy and cute. This little kitty is out collecting ingredients for potions. That is what I imagine anyway. I struggled a little with the scarf or the color of the scarf. In the original it is like light orange, but just having it straight orange in this piece, it looked a little odd and too bright. So I tried to tone it down a bit, and maybe it got a little too desaturated, but I think it fits a little better this way anyway. I went with the same kind of style for the background as in the original, blue and purple with a moon and these kinds of abstract trees, and I think it gives it more of a wintry vibe than fall maybe, with the cooler colors, but the blue and the purple, it goes so well with the green and the orange. But yeah, I am very happy with this redraw. I think it definitely turned out better than the original, which maybe isn't that great of an achievement since the original was made with these very cheap art supplies. Nothing against cheap art supplies, but in this case it wasn't in the favor of the art, to be honest. Anyway, it is more clean, it is more vivid, more whimsical. Overall, a good redraw, if I do say so myself. I think I fixed it to the better. Let me know what you think. So the next piece is this little guy, a forest creature of some kind. It looks like a pine cone with a feather collar. The head is like a bird, but it has ears. It is holding an acorn and a bunch of oak leaves. And this I made back in 2011, and it is definitely in a different art style than what I have right now at the moment. I didn't know how to use markers back then, as you may have noticed, and I used a lot of fine liners, and I did this crazy line work and hatching and cross hatching, and I really love this art style that I had back in the days in my early 20s. In my opinion, it was a little more original, it is more interesting. I just did the line work however I wanted, and that is something that I've been thinking about a lot lately, how the surrounding is affecting us artists. I think having access to all the social media that we have today, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, you name it, it is a blessing in some ways, because I've been so inspired and I've learned so much from so many artists and their art styles, but sometimes I wonder what my art would have looked like if I didn't have had access to the social medias, because many things that defined my art style back then has been worked away during these years. And yes, art styles, they do change, and I love my current style, but it is just fun to wonder sometimes. It is interesting how much we are affected by our surrounding and social media. So, but yeah, it sounds like I'm rambling. It is just a thought that popped up in my head, but I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. I changed this little pinecone guy a bit. I made it a little shorter and rounder and a little more happy and cheerful. I also made the pose a little differently. He's swinging the leaves around him over his head, and he's kind of standing on one leg just to make it a little more alive. So let me tell you the story about this little guy. I started my YouTube channel back in August 2011. It is just a little over 9 years ago, and I actually drew this pinecone creature for a video, a speed drawing, and I think it was supposed to be the second or third video I ever posted, but I accidentally deleted the footage from the memory card, so I couldn't make a video, so it never went up on YouTube, which I was very sad about, because I remember I was so happy with this drawing. So that is one of the reasons to why I picked this piece to redraw, for it to finally be up on YouTube 9 years later. So yeah, my style has changed significantly, and I love how this new one turned out. It is more of an illustration, it is cleaner, the marker work has improved, but I also think the old one looks much more interesting. It just has a different vibe. It is more gloomy and weird, like most of the art I did back then. It is more artistic and stylized, I suppose. So I can't really say that I fixed the art. art. I more just made something different and more me at this time. I had a lot of fun anyway, and I'm so happy to finally show this pinecone creature to you. He has been waiting for 9 years. Also, let me know if you have any name for him or her or them. Also, what kind of creature is this? I imagine this being like a forest spirit of some sort, and maybe it is friends with a caterpillar that I drew a while ago. They have the same kind of vibe. Alright, so now on to the last piece. I love the idea of finishing one of my sketches to finally make something out of an idea that I had years ago. And I love drawing nature scenes, and this may not be that original, but it is still a cute idea, I think. And I really like the framing of the art. Having this uneven oval shape border, it makes it look more interesting and organic in my opinion. So this was the last piece that I made, and I was kind of running out of time, but I did actually want to keep this piece more simple in the coloring anyway. A little more light and cartoony. I mean, all of these pieces are cartoony, but anyway. So I only had the sketch to follow in this case, no coloring or anything, but it is a pretty simple piece. And I extended the scene and I added a pool at the bottom of the waterfall and a little boat. So with the boat and the smoke coming up from the chimney of the house, I wanted to illustrate that there is actually someone at home in the house, which I think adds more life to the whole scene. So when doing the final line art for this piece in Procreate, I struggled a little with the stairs or the steps leading up to the cabin. It just ended up looking like ladders, but I wanted it to be steps carved out from the rocks. But I think the coloring and the shading, it really helped it to look like stone steps, and I think it adds something more interesting to look at, I suppose. Something that I didn't think of until now afterwards is that the steps and the waterfalls, they are kind of mirrored, and I don't know if it is bothering me or if I like it, but it was totally unintentional. I really like how this piece is turning out. I'm so happy to have finished at least one of my sketches, and I hope you enjoy this challenge, or whatever you could call it. It isn't really a challenge, but I really enjoyed it anyway. Let me know if I should do this again sometime, but maybe I should go even further back to my childhood art. And if you would like to see me go through my old art more thoroughly and maybe see me sorting them, I need to do that anyway, so let me know if you would be interested in that. But yeah, if you like these art pieces, they are available at Redbubble. Check out the link in the description box below, and also there will be a 15% discount code. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click that little bell to get notified every time I post new art and videos. And I hope I will see you next time. Keep drawing my happy cats. Bye!